Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Star Rail. I'm going to give you a really easy breakdown of what you guys should be doing straight from the beginning of the game all the way up to whatever cap you want to go, because the progression is basically very simple. But I want to tell you this before I start this video. Have fun with the game. I played 11 days ago and I got to a point about 3 days ago, or maybe even almost 4 days ago, that I had nothing to do. Like, story was done, no side quests, nothing. All I could do was farm. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna rush, if you're a free-to-play player, just have fun with the game. Don't worry about this. This is min-maxing, but this is the most efficient way of spending your stamina, Trailblaze power, whatever you want to call it, as you're going through the game. And I'm going to show you guys my progress, because I streamed everything over at Twitch. If you want to catch my live streams, they're there. So I'll give you guys all that information with proof and telling you where exactly your stamina should be spent if you want to be ready, especially when you hit level 40. So with that in mind, have fun with the game. Forget about this. This game's very free to play. Do what you want, and you'll all end up in the same place eventually. The most important thing is getting to level 40 and start farming 5-star relics. Besides that, everything else before that, just enjoy. So to further prove my point, we're going to show you my in-game. And again, I don't buy the battle pass. I have nothing. And that doesn't matter if you're free to play, do what you want. Have fun, man. It's your life, right? But I'm completely free to play. And I got to the point where there's nothing. There's no story. There's no side quest. There's nothing to do. So here's your proof. And these are my characters at the moment that I worked on. This is my only 5-star character that I got. I used the Trailblaze main character. I used Dan a lot. I used Natasha. And then I rotate between Autie. And in the beginning, I used a lot of March 7th. Susang was my other DPS. So I basically just focused on 1, 2, my 5-star, 3, and 4. If I didn't have this 5-star here, then I would be using most likely March 7th or Autie in that team. But that's basically your shielder, your DPS, whatever your 5-star is, plus the healer, another support, and another support. That is up to you guys. So that's a little focus on what I did and only what I did, and I got through the entire game just like that. I'm gonna show you guys my relic progress, everything. So I'm currently Trailblaze level 39, right before the most important part in this game and the rest of all your grinding. But here's a little breakdown of what I did. 11 days ago is when I started. I missed the first daily login. If I didn't miss the daily bonus, I would have been already right beside level 40. But from level 1 to 20, have fun and enjoy the story. That's basically it. At level 8 is when you enter the first world. You get the first world and you get this first quest, which the quest is the Calyx Golden. And the only thing you're gonna have available is this experience book, and use the stamina you have here according to what characters you need to level up. And I would recommend only working on 4 to 5 characters. And me personally, I only worked on 2 characters until I was like almost level 20. Now, at level 9, you're going to unlock the Bud of Aether, and it's not too far off into that story as well. So the main thing is just rush story as you're playing the game to get all this unlocked. Now, this is between using the experience on your characters and using this experience to work on your light cones, which is your character's weapons, essentially. And that is up to you guys what you have, but you can see I keep a couple characters at 27. You do that to save some experience books, because you can farm all the monsters on the world on every map once per day. So you run around the whole map, kill everything on every single map, and they all disappear, and you can do the same thing next day. So you keep your characters 3 levels lower than their level cap, because those 3 levels don't give big stats if you actually upgrade them. And what I mean by that, you can take Autie over here. You see she's level 47 out of 50. If I go to level her up and I add all the max to it, it only increases it from 1564 HP to 86. You go from attack 756 to 769, which is only 13 stats, and defense, same thing, only 11 stats up. And that's why you don't make them to their cap. So you keep them at 27 out of 30, 37 out of 40, and you run around the map and kill as many monsters as you can every day once you're done everything else for free experience for the entire week every day. That's if you want to min-max. All right, now that we established what happens during level 8 and level 9, now at level 11 you unlock assignments. And assignments, this one's pretty straightforward. What you should be doing for assignments is definitely not this menu. What you should be doing for your assignments is only the middle part, because you are going to run out of all of this, especially when you make Trailblaze level 40. right? So always do these three. These three should be constantly running, and then the rest is up to you if you want to synthesize or something for characters. It doesn't really matter because you can farm all this for free. 1, 2, and 3 is what you should be working on every single time. And then at level 13 is when I got the battle pass and my characters were level 20. And at that point, Simulated Universe opens up, and then you get level 14 credit farm. So around my level 14, I unlocked Butt of the Treasures. I have never touched this. Eventually, and I mean once you hit level 40 again, when stuff gets crazy, you're gonna go from millions of credits down to 0 so fast. So work on 1, 2, 3 to 5 characters. Don't worry about the Shattered Mirror having 2 parties. That's just always there. Worry about that later on, because you need to be strong for that, and you need multiple parties for that. You don't have to worry about it right now. This would be a waste of your resin. Do not do this until later on, and even then there's other ways of farming this through the Simulated Universe. I have a whole video on that. It's actually the video right before this one. So that one I completely skipped out. So around this point, I got level 15, and I got my first 5-star, which was Welt. And then level 19, I got Natasha. And these are the other 2 characters I started working on, because any 5-star in this game is going to help you, no matter what. So every single one has its own build. You just got to look those up, and you're good to go. And then you have your main healer, which is going to carry you with the fire main character. So that's essentially what you should be working on, are those 2 and your 5-star, and then you have a team of 3, and you throw a Dawn in there, and you're good to go for a 4 team that you know you can rely on working on experience, light cones, and traces. And what is traces? Well, around level 20 to 30, this is what you guys should be doing. So level 20, I unlocked the Crimson, and this is traces. It's basically the stuff you need to upgrade your character skills, and this is where you realize, ooh, my characters are actually hitting for a lot of damage now. Besides the relic set, this is very important here. So you want to go for your character skill, your character's ultimate, and most characters, their talent as well. Some characters, the Q works, basically their basic attack, the one that doesn't cost energy. And then you want to work on things that are around here with traces as well. So you're going to be farming these, and the best way to do it is that you click on whatever one you want to upgrade. It's going to tell you what you need. You click on it again, and it tells you where to go. You can synthesize these by using 3 green ones, the lower of any of these materials for any character. You just click on your character to find out which one you need, and you can take 3 of them to make 1 blue one. Or if you don't have any of the green ones, you got to go farm it. So for me, I would click on Welt, and I'd be like, okay, he needs more of these. I click on this, and it tells you exactly where to go to farm. And when you go there, it's going to say 10 stamina per run. This is basically what you're going to be doing between level 20 and 30, because you're going to be using these all the way down the line, but you're not going to have the blue ones dropping. You're going to have just the green ones. So it's not super efficient, but trust me, you're going to need so many of these that if you start farming now, that's going to make or break your account, because everything else, experience books, aethers, even this stuff is in the shops. But those 2 shops in World 1, or the ship and World 1, they run out. They don't refresh. You only buy that stock, and that's it. An example of that shop is in the first area. You just teleport where I was before, and the shop is on your left here. Everything here, don't worry about it. You're going to be able to buy everything when you do all the quests, side quests, and open all the treasure chests. You're going to see all of them here. So you have enough to upgrade your beginning character traces and your light cones, because this also takes light cones. But it's not enough, especially when you get to level 30 to 40. You're still going to need to farm these as well, but I wouldn't recommend during that time. So during 20 to 30, I recommend farming the traces. And in here is relics. There's relics here, there's relics in chests, there's relics from leveling up and talking to Pom Pom. So we're going to talk about that next. Before I jump into the next thing, just to make it clear again, between 20 and 30, once you upgrade your characters and their light cones, you're going to come over here and farm these according to what you need. Now, to keep in mind, from level, I would say 10 and onwards, you're going to unlock a couple of weekly things. And during the beginning, you're going to find out what the Simulated Universe is, and there's going to be weekly points. Always do that. This has nothing to do with stamina until later on. I'm going to explain that, but for now, just get these points up, because they're going to give you resources like this that's going to be used for your talent, and that's going to help you with progression. Also, free stamina, but this is stamina that you can only use in Simulated Universe, which is important for relics later on. So make sure you're doing that. And then around level 24 is when you unlock relic farming. You're going to get the Cavern of Corrosion. Do not touch this, period. until later on. This is a waste. This is a trap. You don't need this. I will show you my relics that I beat the first world all the way to the last. I'm not going to say because of spoilers, but the end of that world, I'll show you my character levels and what relics I had on. And even after that, I still didn't touch my relics because you get so many free relics just from playing story and side missions and opening up the chest around the world. And this is me going into the last fight of World 1. Everything is pretty much, you know, you can't see who's who. Okay, but going in, this is my team. I'm actually making one right now, and you can see my character levels are level 40, level 40, level 40, level 40, level 40. 5 of my characters are level 40, and then I have a level 30. Later on, I upgrade this a lot more because they became my main with Natasha. You can see my relic set on my 5-star was just this, a mixture between 4-star and 3-star relics. And then on my next character, you can see everything up here that I actually have upgrade on each character. Boots plus 3, boots plus 12, and boots 3-star 0 and 0. That is currently the setup I was using for boots. And then my chest piece over here, you can see 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, a plus 8 that's on nobody because I was deciding not to do that set. I changed weld set. Gloves plus 0, plus 12, 0, 0, plus 12. You can see I worked on gloves because gloves have stats of attack. And that's pure DPS increase. So you want to work on your DPS, but helmets, I didn't really touch helmets because they're just HP increase, so that didn't really matter. So that's just to prove to you that you don't need to upgrade or farm for relics during these levels, because I went through all the content without doing that at all. I never farmed relics. Even up to Trailblaze level 39, I still haven't farmed those relics specifically. But before I talk about that, there's one more thing. After you beat the first world or around there, you're going to get something called Echoes of War. And you see how mine has 1 day, 7 hours, and I haven't touched it yet? That's because I was waiting to get to Trailblaze level 40 so I can increase my world level for better drops. And that is huge advice when it comes to anything. If you have resin left or Trailblaze power left, don't do anything if you're about to upgrade your world, because you're going to go from only farming green traces to farming blue traces. Same thing with better drops in the experience and Aether and Echoes of War. At the end of the week, or when I get level 40, I'm going to be able to get better drops from here as well. So always do Echoes of War at the last 10 hours on the last day. So that way you know if you're going to make the next jump of world or not. That's your best experience use for the resin or Trailblaze power. And the other thing, around level 30, when you upgrade your world, you're going to lock Stagnant Shadow, and this is what's going to allow you to upgrade your characters from level 40 to 50. Only get what you need on the current team of 4 or 5th to 6th character that you're working on. Again, credits and everything else is going to run out very fast, and it's become very expensive to make a really large team of more than 6 characters. I would just focus on the 4 characters plus an extra DPS or support on the side. So this, you just click it again on your character that you're working on, and when you check them, you can actually use this little magnifying glass here on each one. Let's go to like someone I didn't make level 50. If you click on this, it's going to show you exactly what you need to make level 50, and so on and so on and so on, all the way to level 80. So you know how many of these you have to farm, but only work on what you need and can do right now during this world level. So I need 2 of these. If I was going to work on March 7th, I would click on that and go to the corridor Fading Echoes that I need. So do that to get all your main team to level 50, and once they're level 50, then you're good to farm everything else. Everything else is pretty much between level 30 to 40 is your traces. Everything you farm from 20 to 30 when it came to traces. If you don't have enough, then you're going to be cleaning that up, because getting these skills and ultimate depend on the character, what they do. Like my Natasha's Q, I didn't work on that at all because it's not super important compared to these ones, so that saved me some farming. You should be cleaning this up in your level 30 up to level 40. And once that's done, plus they're all level 50, plus your light cones use the same exact enhancement, the same trace material. So once you get those to level 50 as well on each character, then you know you're good to go. So you see everything I have here is 50, 50, 50, 50. So once you have all that pretty much done, now's the next part. So your Trailblaze level 30 plus, you've upgraded your world, you got all your characters to level 50, your light cones to level 50. Here's what you're going to be doing until you're level 40. You're going to go to Simulated Universe, And don't worry about Simulator Universe as you're playing the game. Play all the story, side missions. You're going to get strong enough to complete World 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to get to World 5. And in World 5, you want a full completion. Just run Abundance. I ran my set that I showed you with Hunter, because Hunter's really strong as well too. But you don't even need to full clear. You just got to get to the first elite so you can start farming golden relics. Now, this is only for the sphere and the rope, but this is the sets that you're going to be using in World 5 and 6 for a lot of characters. For me personally, I'm farming World 5 to get Welt, his imaginary set with effect hit rate on it. These sets are really good for tanks. These sets are really good for some DPS. So you're just farming all your stamina into this. Yes, you can plan ahead of time for more traces, but in the next world level, you're going to have more drops for all of that experience, Lycone experience, traces. So you might as well farm this, because this is the same thing you're going to do from level 40 and onwards. 50 to 60 is you're going to be farming relic sets, but you're not going to be farming in here at level 40 to 50. So while you're level 30 to 40, you are farming these right here, World 6 or World 5. And this is the best bang for the buck, because this is the same value even when you are the next world level, Trailblaze level 40. And then when you're level 40, you're going to go back to over here and go to the relic farming, which is the Cavern and Corrosions, because now they're going to have the goat set and you farm the one you need. So if you're running someone like I don't want to give too much examples because my next video is going to be this, but you have the tank set for the main character. For me personally, I'm going to be using this on Welt because it has imaginary damage. So you're just basically grabbing what you need for whoever you have. Quantum damage for like Sealy. Whatever your character's attribute is, that's a set you want to run for. There is a universal set as well too, but that'll be in a separate video. Basically, that's Trailblaze level 40, which I am doing next once I hit that level 40 cap and I upgrade my Equilibrium level 3. But at level 2, I was just farming Simulator Universe the entire time. Once all my characters were 50, my light cones were 50, this is where all the rest of my resin went, was this. So that is up to you at the end part, because that's the same value as farming the relics at level 40. That is your entire experience all the way until that's it, end game. You're farming relics. Relics, relics, and relics, and relics. You're even farming in here. There is, when you do get to Trailblaze level 40, on World 3, level 2 will unlock, and you'll be farming this set as well, which is a really good set for almost all the DPSs in the game. So very strong, and another very good set for support characters. So that's what you're doing at Trailblaze level 40. This set and the armor piece sets outside of Simulator Universe. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is the efficient way of doing it. But again, no matter what, the most powerful tool in this game is time. Time will get you power. Even if you're pay to play or free to play, you're going to clear all the content with time. And that just means your resin refills, you get to farm powerful relics. If you farm a very strong set of relics, you're going to be able to pass all the hard content. Because if you have perfect crit damage, crit rate, attack percentage, the perfect boots, you're going to be able to pass even all the new events as a free-to-play player. And the end game is essentially the mirror on the carts. So this is what you're going to be working towards. There's going to be another part of this mirror that I don't have yet, but once you get to the next world level, which is level 40, you're going to have another option here, and that is endgame. That's where you're going to base all your power off, because everything else, like you can see in my account, is done just from waiting and unlocking things as you go. So hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you did, I do have a Discord down below if you have any more questions. My community is there. I stream over at twitch.tv/SmellyOctopus. All links are in the description. During my live streams, you can come ask me questions, hang around with the community. I have been streaming this game a lot, but for now, that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.